Jarius Sneed there with the sack. Then the punt. Why are we showing a punt? Well, because Mecole Hardman has grasped it. Muffs it inside the 10. You're essentially handing the Bills 6 points when you do this. Hardman never quite secured it. And Allen's ready to head back out there. Try to put 6 on the board. Hardman dejected. Dawson Knox, playmaker. He's in. And we've seen this movie before. The Chiefs in the playoffs at home, down by 2 scores. Pat Mahomes, I don't know what he said, but I guess he said, fellas, we're us. We're going to win by a lot because we're us. Well, exactly. 4th and 1, they've got so many different options. Fun play design here goes to Darrell Williams. Chiefs on the move. Now in the second quarter, 9-0 Bills. 2nd and goal, Hardman, very nearly in the same spot where he fumbled, has evened things up. Not on the scoreboard, but for his football sin. And now, speed you can see. Hardman with Kelsey out in front. 62. Get on your horse. 62's on his horse. And so's Hardman. And from down 9-0 to ahead 14-9, nobody scores more quickly and makes you feel like it is slipping away more quickly than the Chiefs. Williams is in. It's 14-7. 14-9, I beg your pardon. And this has just got to be so maddening. It's 3rd down. You get home, and you can't get Mahomes on the ground. Nearly a sack. Instead of 1st down, conversion to Kelsey. Then it's Kelsey. Big fella was trying to get into the end zone.
He's going in for a dunk there.
He was. Kelsey, 9 grabs in the first half, the most by a tight end in the first half of a playoff game since Shannon Sharp, the Hall of Famer. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the rookie out of LSU, is in. And second quarter, 18 plays, 164 yards, 11 first downs, 21 points. It's 21-9. Bills, though, they've got an explosive offense of their own, not to be underestimated. Down in there close, Allen on 2nd down. Got to get rid of it. Actually marked him out at the 9, took a look and realized that he had gotten rid of that ball before. So 3rd down inside the 4. Knox has got it, but there are 3 Chiefs there to get him down on the ground. Can you beat the Chiefs if you settle for field goals inside the 5-yard line? Probably not, but that's what they decide to do. Kick a field goal. It's 21-12. It's now 24-12. Once again inside the 10. Allen looking for Stephon Diggs, who led the NFL in receptions this year. Nope. Another field goal. Still down 2 scores. Ensuing drive, at some point the dam is going to break.
Yep.
And it is about to break because this guy is the fastest person in the NFL, and Tyreek Hill is not gone, actually caught from behind, sort of, slowed him down enough that they're able to rally and stop him inside the 5. The Cheetah had 9 catches for 172 yards. And now, the enemy and Reed, the play-calling conglomerate, they got so many tricks up their sleeve. Underhand flip to Kelsey. Mahomes. Kelsey's got 5 playoff games with 100 receiving yards or more, which is the most by a tight end in NFL history. So many options down there. But it is still a 2-score game. You're trying to hang in it, and the Bills are driving. 2nd and 10, Allen. Brown can't squeeze it, but Rashad Fenton can. Big play for that Kansas City defense. And that's the first pick in the postseason for Allen, who threw for 287, 2 touchdowns. And after the interception, who's always open, Steve?
Kinda.
How's 87 this open? Like, I'm doubling him, and somebody else can beat me. Kelsey, 13 catches, 118 yards. Mahomes, 29 for 38, 325, 3 touchdowns. And bring on Brady? Well, you got him. Confetti in the air, and then you scoop up some and dump it on Andy Reid's head. Afterwards, Mahomes, not satisfied yet.
The job's not finished. When we went into the season, we weren't talking about going to the Super Bowl. We were talking about winning it again, and we're trying to run it back. And we mean that, and I'm excited for the opportunity to go out there and play against a great football team and try to do that.
Patrick Mahomes was battling with an injury today with his toe. What did you think about his performance in the wake of that?
Can't say enough about the guy, man. The ultimate leader, the best football player in the National Football League, and he shows it every single time.
This job's a little bit like, and I'm talking about players and coaches, like being a farmer. The work's never done. You can always work to get better and as a team. So that's what we're going to do here the next couple of weeks. We're playing a heck of a football team in the Buccaneers.
We dive into this Chiefs victory for the second consecutive game. Both Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce cleared 100 receiving yards. First duo in the history of the league to do that twice in a single postseason. 509 receiving yards in the two Chiefs victories. Patrick Mahomes, unstoppable on play action. 14 for 14 for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. Not only is that his most play action completions in any game of his career, it's the most by any quarterback in a playoff game over the past 15 seasons. As for the Bills, it was a hell of a year. It comes to an end at the hands of the defending champions. They finish 0-2 against the Chiefs, 15-2 against everybody else. So now that the season is complete, some thoughts from their perspective.
Can't perform well enough for this team, and when you're going against the reigning Super Bowl champs who are 15-1 and the number 1 seed at Arrowhead, and you don't have your A game, you're not going to win the game. And that's what it was.
We didn't get the result we wanted to tonight. Give the credit where credit's due. They played a really good game. We got a lot of speed. But this is a learning experience for us. That's how you have to look at it. We had a great season and came up a little bit short tonight, and that's a great football team on the other side here.
As we have throughout this NFL season, Ryan Clark joins us, I should say, to talk about it. And Ryan, you and I spoke a lot throughout this season about how this Bills team was doing what we wanted the Chiefs to do, right? They were blowing people out. And we gave all the credit in the world to the Chiefs, but we kept saying, man, when are they going to blow somebody out? Well, now we see just how big the gap between the Chiefs and the Bills and maybe everybody else in this league is. How would you frame what the Chiefs put on display and what they're saying about who they are?
Well, we always had that cliche, you can't just turn it on or you can't just flip the light switch. Well, this team does. This team does that in seasons. They do it in games, and we've seen it done again. Coming into this game, the Bills were the hotter team down the stretch. The Bills were the team, like you and I said, that were doing the things the Kansas City Chiefs should have. But now we see that they win individual matchups in Kansas City. Andy Reid outcoaches you. Patrick Mahomes plays better than your quarterback, better than your defense. And then on the outside, Kelce, Hill, they win the matchup with the guy across from them. They're the best team in football because they have the best players, because they execute the best, more importantly, because they believe. When you have a head coach who understands it's about getting better every week, even when you are ready the best, you can't lose. And they've shown us that the last playoffs.
When Marcelo and I used to have a radio show, we would talk about the idea of, can you have a successful season when you don't win a championship? And we landed with the idea that you undoubtedly can. If you're the Buffalo Bills, did you take a step forward this year? Yes. Did Allen take a step forward this year? Yes. But when you come up against this team with this young quarterback who's not going away, how do you convince yourself, Ryan, that you can gain on them?
Well, listen, the first thing you don't do is go KD and join the Warriors, right? You try to find a way to beat them, and that's what the Buffalo Bills are going to do. You're going to look at your quarterback. You're going to say he went from 10 touchdowns to 20 touchdowns to 40 touchdowns passing. We went from not being in playoffs to the wild card round to the AFC Championship. We are growing. We are building. Our young coach is becoming a coaching stud in this league. And you just have to understand who you played. You have to know that this is the best team in football, and it's probably not as close as they make it seem some weeks. And so if you're Josh Allen, you go back to the drawing board and figure out what you did wrong tonight. If you're the Buffalo Bills defense, Leslie Frazier, you do the same, because you understand no matter how good we are, they are the benchmark. The Kansas City Chiefs are how we are measured, and we have to be able to beat that team. But this is undoubtedly a step forward, undoubtedly a success for the Bills and the Bills Mafia.
And you said it best about this Chiefs team, man. Look, regular season, week whatever, you mess around and the Panthers are close. Okay,
Right.
But when push comes to shove, we can be down 2 scores in our place, and we're still going